Hi everybody, I want to do a little mini lesson on fractions. I have an easy way to add and subtract, but I'm going to go through everything, add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and then show you proportions at the end on what method you're supposed to use where, okay? So let's start with adding and subtracting fractions. Most of the time you're supposed to find the common denominator, but I teach a method in which you you use something called the picnic table method, upside down picnic table. You could have heard it as the butterfly method, but to me it's the easiest way to do it, and that way you don't have to find the common denominator and get all confused there. Okay, so let's try it out. So our first step is we're going to multiply, and you heard me, we're going to multiply 3 times 8, and 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so that's my step 1. My second part is to go and multiply 3 times 4, so that's what we're going to do second. Because there's an addition in the middle, we're going to add here, and 3 times 4 is 12. And we're going to put that all over multiplying 4 times 8, so this is my final step, which is 32. Okay? Now, so that we have enough room, I'm just going to work down this way. So if we add 24 and 12 together, we get 36 over 32. Okay? Now, can this be reduced? The answer is yes. So you could reduce it by 2 if you wanted to, or the better one would be 8. So if we divide this, not 8, 4, sorry. If we divide this by both the top and the bottom by 4, I get 9 over 8, right? And then 9 over 8 can be made into a mixed fraction. We have 1, and that leaves us 1 left over, so we got 1 over 8, 1 and 1/8. Okay, so this is an answer, this is an answer, and this is our answer unsimplified. Okay, so let's do minusing. So the only difference in minusing is in the middle, right here, we're going to put a minus instead of a plus. So here we're multiplying this, that's 24. Then we're going to multiply those two, minus 12. And then we're going to multiply these two, which is my third step, which is 32, okay? So I'm going to go like this here so we can see the difference. Okay, so 24 minus 12 is 12. We have 12 over 32. Again, you could divide by 2, and I'll do that here since I have the time to do it. Dividing by 4 actually would be better. And I would get 6 over 16. You would divide by 2 again. And you would get 3 over 8. And I believe that's the lowest it can go. So this is our answer right here. Okay? If you had done 4, you would have gotten the same answer. It really doesn't matter which way you do it. Now, with multiplication, we're going to multiply the top, which is 9, and we're going to multiply the bottom across, which is 32. Now, that can't be reduced at all because it's not even numbers. So we know 2 doesn't go in there because that's what I always do first. 3 goes in the top, but not the bottom. 4 goes in the bottom, but not the top. So there's nothing that we can do there. So this is my answer. Okay. On division, if you remember, keep, change, flip. So keep, change, and flip. All that means is we're going to keep 3 over 4. We're changing it to multiplication, and we're going to flip our 3/8 to 8/3. And then we're going to do it like a multiplication problem. So we're going to multiply across the top. 3 times 8 is 24. And multiply across the bottom, which is 4 times 3, which is 12. Now, we can reduce this by dividing by 2 all the way, but I know that 24 divided by 12 is 2, so that is our answer. Ooh, there we go. So now let me do proportions, because that's where people get confused on what they're supposed to do, okay? What happens usually a lot is that people cross multiply there, and you're not supposed to. But I want to show proportions. So proportions has to have an X, okay? So we're going to do 3 over 4, and there's an equal sign in the middle, and we're going to do X over 8, okay? So to do this, we are going to cross multiply. We're going to multiply 4 times X, which is 4X, and we're going to multiply 3 times 8, which is 24. Okay? Now, to get the X by itself, we're going to solve it like a one-step equation. We're going to divide by 4. Divide by 4. This cancels out, and I get X is equal to 6. I hope this lesson on fractions and the difference between proportions really helps you. I would try to make your own little cheat sheet on this here that you keep in your notebook, so in the future when you deal with fractions, you know exactly what you need to do. Okay? Thank you, and check in next time for the next lesson that I have for y'all. Superstar!